Hello guys, welcome back to Owl003, and we have an interesting transcript here to read to you today here. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into it, alright? So, on September 22nd, 2023, I tasked a remote viewer to a target of which I was the monitor. The blind tasking was Neil Armstrong. I, the monitor, read off the target reference number, and the viewer repeats the number and begins his session. The session goes as follows. Viewer. Broad. Subject. Broad, black. Like fitting. That's AOL. Blue. Gray. White. Tall. Wide. AI. I feel a sense of someone being strong. AI break. Page 2. I'm getting a male. Prominent. I feel like there is a sense of power here. So AI, I sense a power here. I'm like seeing a hat. AOL, Men in Black. Okay, hello? Real deep voice. He said hello. Like real monitor. Let me know when you are ready for a prompt. Viewer. Yeah, I'm ready. Viewer. Am I... Monitor. You're fine. I want you to go up to the primary life and shake their hand. At this... viewer. At this point, the viewer extends their hand into the air as if shaking the hand of the primary target, which is Neil. This is a procedure I often use to help further solidify the connection between the target and the viewer. Hello. He did the whole wrist with the arm. Viewer is describing the full-on handshake from Neil. Big hands. Go ahead. Monitor. I want you to ask this person why we might happen to be here today. What we might be asking them about. Viewer. He said yes. Monitor. Okay. Viewer. He already answered. My pineal gland is like this right now. The viewer makes a gesture with his hand as if he is feeling a vibration emanating from his skull. Ha. Okay. Monitor. So if he wouldn't mind, and by the way guys, just so you know, this first image you see, this is the first sketch that he drew, okay, in the session. It's not the first, I mean, this is an AI image, but this is close to what he sketched, okay? Because I'm keeping his anonymity because he's concerned about his safety about this target, so I'm just going to respect that. We would like you to know, this is the monitor, it's me speaking. So if you wouldn't mind, we would like to know the details of the primary mission that he's involved in. Viewer. Alright, he's giving me a picture, so I'm just kind of like drawing it. The viewer begins to sketch the image of what Neil is showing him, which I believe this is the first image. This is the image. Okay. So I say go ahead and draw it, which he does. Viewer. It's almost trying to break through something, like an atmosphere. That's AOL, but this is what I'm getting. The viewer holds up a sketch of a pointed structure within a crater. This is what we have here. Viewer. I don't know. I'm kind of getting a AOL Elon Musk. Monitor. So I ask them, there is an element that we all know. We want to focus in on what we don't know about that. Viewer. At this point, the viewer repeats my statement back to Neil directly and waits for his response. Okay, I'm going to AOL like gold. But I'm seeing a picture of something shiny and bright metalish, metallic-ish. Okay, all right. This came in really heavy. It's like a chip, like a computer chip. Grid. I'm getting grid. That came in. Let me put that on the side. AOL grid. Now I'm getting like pyramids, and then I'm getting soft. This came in software. Hardware. He corrected me when I said software. He said hardware. Monitor. So tell us about the hardware. I'm going to show you the next sketch. He ends up sketching. It's the AI version of it. So tell us about the monitor. So tell us about the hardware. Viewer. Dimensional. I almost get the sense it can create an environment, like a world. So I'm picking up on like Matrix as an AI, aesthetic impact. Matrix and Tron for an AOL. What about the hardware? All-inclusive, all-encompassing. It's like showing, oh, that's wild. It's showing me a grid. The viewer then holds up a sketch of what appears to be a planetary body overlaid by a grid pattern, which is what we're looking at. Monitor. So can he elaborate on the grid? What does he have to say about the grid? Viewer. Hard to escape. Like it goes back to this where it's all inclusive. You know this. This is Neil responding to me through the viewer. This is 7 minutes into the session. Monitor. So, viewer. I'm getting the sense like you should know this. Again, talking to me. Monitor. So ask him to show you an image of what shook him up the most about the mission. Viewer. What shook you up the most about the mission? Monitor. Have him show you the moment. Viewer. I feel like I'm in space. Ah, that's an AOL. Some kind of craft. Ship. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm just going to draw it. Ah, I just got like this. This came in really heavy. I'm just going to put it in the side AOL, like Escape to New York. Anybody ever see that movie? Interesting. It's 8 minutes and 5 seconds into the session. Monitor. Go into that. What is that about? Break that down. Viewer. Chaos. Chaotic. Hunger. New world. Territory. Ownership. It's like trying to escape. Is this the moon? Is this to the moon? What is this? What are you trying to escape from? He says whoever this is, he doesn't want to go to the moon, Mars or farther. He doesn't like it here. He doesn't belong here. Monitor. Why does he say that? Viewer. He's not from here. He's in a human body. Pondering. This dude, his mind is so quick. Sad. There's a level of sadness. He feels intelligent. Smart. He's like analyzing everything I say. Like he's slowing down his thoughts for me. It's like he knows I'm there. It's like his subconscious altered his conscious. I was there. That's what it feels like to me. Now he's all engaged. This is 9 minutes and 52 seconds into the session. Monitor. So ask him to show you the most concerning part of that mission. Viewer. Man, I'm getting something weird. Not allowed to leave is coming in. Prison. Stuck. I don't know. This is what I get. This is this AI version of what he sketched. Viewer. It's like some kind of energetics. It's like a weird shaped craft. I feel like I'm getting a real heavy AOL of like skunkworks. Monitor. Okay, so let's go. I want you to ask him to go with you to viewer, AOL, SR71. Okay, go ahead. Monitor. I want you to move to the public inquiry, and how did you feel at that time? Now this is 12 minutes and 7 seconds into the session. Viewer. When you said meeting, it was like boom. Kinda disgrace. Sad. Wish man was on the same playing level. Monitor. Why were you disgraced? Why did you feel that way? Viewer. Saddened. Just, it felt like, it's like showing me this picture of like he didn't get what he wanted. Like man is, oh, that was quick. It was directly, okay, this is just, I'm just explaining at this point what happened at this moment. It was directly after the statement. At 12 minutes and 50 seconds into the session, my webcam begins to blink green and hazy gray, snowy, like effect comes across the screen of my image. It then flashes blue, blinks in and out, goes all green. At 13 minutes and 5 seconds, goes out entirely. Let's back to the session. So at 12 minutes, 52 seconds, during all that time, the viewer says, wow, your screen is monitor. I see that. I see that. 13 minutes and 5 seconds. Viewer, I don't know. Just weird. It just feels like tech. I just feel sad. Like man didn't get it. I don't know. You're gone. The viewer had just picked his head up from his session and realized my camera had blinked out entirely. Luckily, the audio was still working. Monitor, can you hear me? Viewer, yeah, it's weird. Monitor, so here's what I want you to ask. That conversation with you, the public situation? The public situation? Viewer, okay, I'm getting a real sense of get out. Me. Monitor, all right, let's go ahead and end it. Viewer, all right, I'm getting yelled at. Monitor, end the session. Mark the time. Viewer, all right. Monitor, write the time, just cut it off. Do not keep looking back, just cut it off. Viewer, all right, go ahead. Monitor, so your target was Neil Armstrong. Viewer, wow, that's weird. You there? Because at the time my camera was still out. Monitor, yeah, I'm here. My camera is apparently not working. I don't know why. I don't have a problem. I don't know why there isn't a cloud in the sky. 14 minutes, 39 seconds. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The camera at that moment came back to full functionality. Viewer, he told me to get out. You ever get that? Monitor. I laughed and I said, oh yes, many times. Now that's a session that I did with someone. Notice that what the description of the camera, okay? Because I want to tie this into something else now. I had someone look into a project called Class Phantom. Oh, is it in here? Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's see if we can make this bigger. Okay, we can. Get me out of the way. So the objective in this target was to readily identify what or who caused my phone to dial the other student that was currently remote viewing Area 51 twice on its own volition, 2 separate occasions during his session. It was very peculiar. I didn't even have my phone on me. It was sitting in the lobby, and his phone was sitting in the lobby. Okay, because in intermediate we had this Area 51 target, and it was just very odd that my phone would have these kind of issues. So I just, out of curiosity, I told him to disregard any assumptions and just take a look at that. So let's see. Okay, just basically gets a structure. Let's see. Let's look at some of the details here. Positional thinker, subjects, AOL break, like welcome to the club. Tight, like G-force, smell, salty, damp. Okay, so move to the end of this position. Land, city within a city, which is kind of like very much the environment, actually, where the training was. AOL, like a nightclub. Okay. So AOL break, like mice. Again, the structure. What's interesting too is you look at this structure. This the facility. It was like this. It was like kind of tucked in a corner, and there was a door here, which is where and then there's only one other door right directly to the right of it. So it's kind of exactly like the business itself. Okay, so the front door. Looking at the front door. Now that I think of it, I didn't even realize that. But let's look at the AOLs though. AOL break, like the boogeyman in Ghostbusters. Like in his house. Sterile, noisy, choppy, silent foot stomps. Now you notice like he draws these feet walking around. This actually is a very probably crude drawing of the instructor. Okay, let's see if I do it like this. Okay, yeah, nerdy glasses, sleepy, exhausted, rough, socially awkward. Like his life is about work. Okay. So you got anything else down there? Now, I think that's cell. Okay. As in cell phone. Alternating, booming. Okay. Bear with me, guys. Okay, so cloud-like. Notice there's this like cloud over this guy's head, like uploading the mine into the cloud. He gets this rounded things. Like, oh, sorry. Like punching through, okay? I found this really interesting. First of all, this sketch on top here is exactly like what is set up in the room while you're getting monitored. The monitor has a couple of screens up, and they're look kind of like going through the target as you're remote viewing. It's like I am trying to grow out of thin air. It's like, what is it? Speed, fast, connecting. I can't see it. Thunderous. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. Oh, like it's like Wi-Fi. Okay, and he's seeing all these signals, but he goes, Okay, this is interesting. Getting data harvesting, tech of the gods. AOL break given to us to unlock Pandora's box. This is interesting because what I believe this is, the facility, and then some kind of satellite or structure like over the facility or near the facility. I don't know, but AOL break, like one-man ship zipping into space from Moon or Mars. AOL break satellite. Satellite-esque. Now, I also said the AOL, like, now you're part of the club. Okay, so now it's just like smacking my hand, like Dave is sending me somewhere to bet money or something. So do you see that image there? That is the image of the facility. That's the same. That's the logo. Interestingly enough. So here's a target summary. Picking up on a subject in the land and structure, the feel of the location felt city-like, which it is. Going into a structure, going down with dark and bright lightning, there is like all kinds of noises, zooming, tuning, beeping, chirping, chopping noises. When I get a subject in his life work and he was exhausted, I felt like, actually, he probably was because he had COVID. He gave me COVID. It felt like decoding something. It felt like decoding something we use today. Old technology found or given to us. It felt tight, clean inside the subject workshop. At the end, it felt like I was getting my hand smacked, like to stop. Okay. I also had other sessions on this that very similar. What's being described in general from all the sessions was it's like there's this transient AI that could literally just jump in from phone to computer to whatever. So I bring this up because this what happened with my camera. It was a brand new camera, my webcam. It's not a coincidence, guys. Okay, so again, just be very careful with some of these targets because they, some of them are very sensitive. And at a student level, it's probably irresponsible. But anyway, so unless you're advanced. But so please like, subscribe, share the content. And if you guys need remote viewing or instruction, please let me know. All right, we'll catch you next time on Owl003, guys. Bye.